learning every build Tejana style. Alright, welcome back to Jack of all trades, master of none. It's your host, Tejana style. Don't hold it against me. So today, on this 1994 truck that we've been working on and doing different stuff, trying to get it up to par, the AC is not blowing cold air, so it was probably 2 years ago. I hadn't really used it much, so never really paid attention, but now that I'm working on it and driving it a little more, I want the AC to work, because obviously it's getting hot. So today we're going to use the AC Pro on charging it. And so you have a little safety adapter here that has to be removed. It's there so that when this is on the can, you can't pull the trigger and waste the Freon. So I'll explain real quick what's happening here, and I'll show you in just a minute because we have to crank the truck before we start putting it on. But so the compressor is clicking really fast, and you'll be able to hear that momentarily. That just means it's either undercharged or not properly charged, hoping that it just needs Freon and that we can fix it. So this is made to only fit your low point port. So the low point port is usually bigger than the high point, and the low point on this truck is, sorry about that, right here. So we'll be hooking up to that. But first things first, we're going to crank up the truck, and then we'll hook up the gauge to read the gauge and listen to the compressor. Alright, so if you can hear that clicking, see if I can get us a little closer. The compressor keeps clicking on and off. So I've taken the cap off of the low point right here, and I'm going to hook up the gauge. And we're going to try to fill it up. It just has a little snap. It'll snap right on. You'll hear it snap. Make sure it's on there. As you can see, it's just clicking back and forth from low. So we're going to put the can on there. And hopefully this works. Hold it upright and start filling. We'll just see how this works. It should regulate out once we start getting the Freon in. It may not. I may have to take it to a mechanic and have it drained and vacuumed out and re-put back in. But we're going to get this to work. So now we've charged the AC, and as you can hear, there's no more clicking going on. So it took about 3/4 to get through the can before the clicking stopped and neutralized. So now we're reading on the gauge. It's got about 35 PSI on the air conditioner. I've checked inside. The air is cool. So now we have another successful story for Tejana style. So just remember, shake the can, rotate it between 12 and 3 o'clock, 10 to 15 seconds on the trigger, then let the needle neutralize and see where your poundage is. And also, when you crank the car, turn the AC on high and the fan on high so that the compressor kicks on. don't get worried when it just keeps clicking. It will neutralize out as this one did. So, till next time, thank you for watching Jack of all trades, master of none. It's the Honda style, and don't hold it against me.